watching! You're watching live at Spectrum. Tonight, get ready to blow your ditch, James Wilson. And with the Paddy Cakes. And now your host, the Love God himself with a lifestyle that crosses the full spectrum, Brett Glover.
Wow! Welcome to Live at Spectrum. We are coming to you live tonight. Of course, if it's May the 5th and 7:30, we're live. If this is a future date, this is the past, and it was live before, but it's not live now. I think you get the gist. Tonight, we've got a wonderful audience here. They're very lively. Hello, audience. Very, very exciting prospect of tonight. Of course, we are here in Gippsland, supporting Gippsland musicians. We've got a wonderful region here. Look at Melbourne. We're just to the right of that. We are very, very proud of the arts and the musicians that come out of our region. It's such a privilege to be able to send it to you through the tube and just send you the cream of the crop here in Gippsland. Now, tonight there is going to be a noticeable difference on the Live at Spectrum show. Trent McCurdy made a very hard decision last week. He decided it was time for him to leave the show. There are a lot of people who are involved in this show, giving up a lot of their time and putting their heart and soul into it. Trent thought it was his time to leave. We've respected that. And we hope that at some stage during the future, Trent will be able to come in and maybe say a proper goodbye to everyone in the Live at Spectrum family, including our audience and everyone out there in the land of the internet. So, round of applause for Trent and the effort he's put in for his community. And we do love you very much, Trent. Hope to see you very, very soon. Now, that means, of course, we've got someone else on the microphone tonight. You'll be wondering, what the heck's going on? Is it going to be Aidan? Is it going to be Ben? No, we've got Mr. Adam Dunning on the microphone tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Give him an applause.
Great to be here, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
First question comes to mind. Who the heck is Adam Dunning?
Who is he?
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Adam.
Hi. Well, actually, Brad, I play bossa nova music, which is why you haven't asked me to come on the show for 3 years. It's about the only time I can come on the show is to do voiceover, so thanks.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. We figured if we got you in a voiceover role, you wouldn't have to play any music.
Loved it. Yeah, so look, I play... Play elevator music, bossa nova.
Yes,
love it, do a bit of acting, a few voiceovers, and dress up in bear suits when the agents want me to. So,
well, we can't
commercials,
thank you enough for
$5
coming
an
in
hour
tonight.
kind of thing.
I love your cap too, by
Thanks,
the way.
mate. Thanks.
Very nice touch.
Thanks,
You had a
bit of a
haircut
junkie
this morning, I
haircut,
believe. Yeah, I'm surprised you got here in time. With a cap like that, it looks like you're at Flemington today.
It's very romper stomper, isn't it?
Yeah, very romper stomper.
What'd you say? Very Flemington.
Race time at Flemington, I think you might have been on
Thanks,
today.
Brett.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Just backing a winner. We're going to be backing a winner tonight.
Thanks,
Bit of fun with Adam tonight. Now, you've got all the details of how people can get in touch, but we have a very special way of people getting involved with the program tonight with doppelgangers. Now, Adam, what is a doppelganger?
Doppelganger. Thanks. Why? I don't need to define it. I don't know what a doppelganger is when someone looks like somebody else.
Righto.
Isn't that it?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So have you been told you're a doppelganger?
I get the Mel Gibson, only because of the eyes. I do the nutty eyes,
The Mad Max sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah. Lethal Weapon, man. I put on his dodgy American accent as well.
And what away, Adam, I'll tell you what. We might give some people some examples, in fact, because we've got the technology
we've got
on the spectrum. We've got the screen behind us. I believe we've got some doppelgangers. They might be happening over my shoulder right now.
Just doppel away, Brett.
What have we got here? Okay, here's some examples, ladies and gentlemen, some doppelgangers. What we'll do is, that is Jack White from the White Stripes, who happens to look a heck of a lot. Oh, wow.
What do we think, yeah? How do we rate that?
That's Craig Wacker, our photographer expert. This is now this is Rob Quantock, a.k.a. Captain Snooze. Often, yes. Ben Sargood on camera too. Often gets mistaken for Rob. Who's that? That's a very special one. That's Professor.
Who's going to be this?
Professor Bunsen Honeydew.
Oh
no! Ricky Allen, he's a big friend of ours. Ricky.
Oh, Brett, you're such a bully, man.
No, I'm not being a bully. Ricky's got a very good sense of humour. He's going to be fine with that. And what's his name? Stock photo guy. This guy's found everywhere on the internet. And one of our special listeners, there he is.
Well, they got the age right anyway.
Phil Gray looks a lot like stock photo guys.
Oh, not that. Yeah.
Oh, who's this? Blue Steel. This was a new one, I think.
I reckon that could be Ben Sargood again.
Ben Sargood again. No, where's the beard?
No.
Oh, look, that's Aidan. Bomb. who of course is only 27 years old.
He actually
going
looks
on
like Charlie
45.
Sheen as well. Look at that.
So I think what the heck's this
Who
one?
could that look like?
Mr. Bean, obviously.
Oh, there he is. And incidentally, 5 kilos more, Brett.
You told me you were going to put Keanu Reeves up. You told me I look like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, good on you. Yeah.
So if
Gonna
you've
do
got
that, aren't I?
If you've got a doppelganger, you know who you are. You know who you've always been told you look like. Please send it in to the Facebook feed or via our number. You've got the details.
I
right there,
do,
Adam.
my friend. It's 0411148977.
So please get involved.
Do that
tonight.
if you want to text us, and also you can go straight on the Facebook feed as well. You can do that too, yeah?
Plenty of ways. It's probably just below what you're watching right now. Now, Adam, our first guest tonight, left his homeland of Gippsland to pursue work as a full-time musician. Over those years, he's gone from strength to strength, and he brings us tonight a level of professionalism that is to be admired. Please welcome to Live at Spectrum, James Wilson.
I very rarely get clapped like that when I play in the pub, so thank you very much. It's a bit nerve-wracking. Pressure's on. But anyway, folks, hey, welcome down. My name's James Wilson. I'm going to do a song for you now that I wrote after the birth of my first child. And it describes the madness of the year before he was born. So long story short, I met his mother on an island off Perth called Rottnest Island. And within 3 months of meeting, we'd fallen pregnant. So 2 days before our first anniversary of being together, my boy was born. So I can remember my partner getting on the phone to her brother and saying, I don't know how it happened, as in how we fell pregnant. And her brother's response was, well, if you play with real bullets, someone's going to get shot. When I heard that, I thought, what a great line for a song. So this song is for my boy, Sonny, and now my little girl, Mila, and the girl that I knocked up, now my wife, Bianca, and this song's called Someone Got Shot. Lonely old island, no place for the free. I saw your sweet face for the first time. You see, I've been waiting so long for you to appear. But now that I met you, it seems oh so clear. I say, oh, and oh, into my loving arms she will run. Love with you under the starry skies. We traveled around and we saw all the sights. Upon our return, we received quite a shock. You play with real bullets while someone gets shot. I say, oh, and oh, into my loving arms she will run. And I say, oh, into my loving arms she will run. Let me see to watch you go. Into love I gladly go. Even when my journey ends, I'll have found my true friends. On the 16th day of the 3rd month, I finally found what it is to love. Well, I looked in your eyes and held you on high. Said I am the father and you are my son. Now so oh, into my loving arms he will run. Now so into my loving arms she will run. passing on. Oh, into our loving arms they will run. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to play this didgeridoo for you now. But before I do, I'd like to acknowledge the Yolngu people and acknowledge their 50,000 years of continued culture in their traditional lands of northeastern Arnhem Land. The yidaki is their sacred instrument, which carries the important elements of song lines for each family group of the Yolngu people. So I pay the utmost respect to the Yolngu and to their elders past and present, as I do to all Aboriginal people. Is that my seat squeaking? I better not move. Shining in the corner of your soul. Everything is tall and square and everything is old. I came to pay a visit and share some of your world. But the girl I knew in Shiny Land was never you at all. Yeah, life grand when it hit you in the middle. From the sky, I came to you expecting love, but the well did all run dry. Not so far enough for now, our lesson have I learned. Some people cannot be helped unless they help themselves. Yeah, life real when it hits you in the middle. Yeah, life real when it hits you in the middle. Ooh, oh, so long to you, my friend. I wish you will to the very end. So long to you, my love. I hope you find peace and happiness. In the middle. So long to you, my friend. I wish you will to the very end. So long to you, my love. I hope you found peace and happiness. So long to you, my love. I've done my best, but it was never enough. So long to you, my dear. In my heart, you are always deep. No, no, Thank you.
James Wilson!
Picking up the soap. Yeah.
I think you won him
yeah.
over pretty early.
Yeah.
I think it's probably something to do with your frankness and your forthrightness with your storytelling.
Yes, well, you've got to be honest with what you do and how you explain it. So,
Do you get that from somewhere, or?
Oh, look, I suppose growing up with a family, with a mother like mine who just tells it like it is, that always sort of helps. Yeah, so...
Which is a bit of a link, because you're down here for a special reason this
Yes,
weekend.
it's
Are we
not
allowed to
just-
mention it?
It's not just live at Spectrum, Brett. I've been
What?
over here for my mother's 70th birthday. So, folks,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you've told the whole of Gippsland, hooray.
Yes, yeah, and 65 kilograms, 60 kilograms.
Doing very, very, very
Yeah.
well. You'd love to have your son back for the weekend, I've got no doubt. And your brother Brett's here as well. so
Yes,
it's good
yeah,
to see
yeah.
them all together.
Lead singer of the Thrashing Zombies, another great Gippsland band.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What were their hits?
I don't know, I can't remember. I don't think they had any. Yes.
They come there. That EP's on the
And
way.
they will come, yeah. Of course.
Now, where did this musical journey begin for you, James? Were you in the music program at school?
I certainly was, Brett. I was part of the Catholic College Sale music band. I played drums.
Yep.
Brian Davies was the guy who was in charge there. You know, we went out to Wombat Studios and recorded some
Straight on to tape.
Watermelon Rock.
Yeah,
A little bit of Eye of the Tiger with James Slattery from Mafra on trumpet, playing the melody, the vocal melody. And I think my father used to drive from Melbourne, or from Sale up to Melbourne, and used to put the tape on the car and give people lifts up. And I think after about 3 times every going up there on a trip, everyone got sick of Watermelon Rock, and so they probably caught the plane up, and he had to go up by himself after that. Oh yeah.
Well, what made you work out that you were destined not just to be on the drums, but nothing wrong with just being a drummer, by
No,
the way. I'm
no,
not
of
saying
course
anything
not.
like that.
Oh, now you've done it, Glover.
No, I've opened the floodgates.
Just offended all of Gippsland drummers.
Facebook in, folks. Have a go.
Yeah, and sending to doppelgangers too. Thanks for the link. But you decided you were going to be at the front and start singing.
I always liked singing and doing it, and every drummer wants to be at the front. No one likes to be stuck behind those things, so you think you have a bit of a
It's called
chance.
Phil Collins' drone.
Exactly right, yeah. So, you realise you can do it, and then I actually got asked by some guys who I used to play with in secondary school to come and join their band, and I thought they wanted me as a drummer, but they had heard me sing and said, and we want you as a singer. And so I went, it just started from there.
But James, what are you thinking about when you're a one-man band there? What are you thinking about? Like, are you concentrating? Is it just the soul of the thing, or is it like, are you thinking about drums and you thinking about the... What actually goes through your mind? Because a lot of musicians have either just got their voice and guitar to go with, and that's it. You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking about St Kilda's loss this afternoon.
Did they lose?
Yeah, they lost.
I haven't looked that up. Thanks very much.
Sorry to break it to you, mate.
Yeah, good on you, mate. What it's like to be a Carlton supporter.
Yeah, I'll get the scores later on. Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the apparatuses you got down here? Because it looks like a factory down there.
Well, yeah, I've just got some rolling drum. Am I allowed to do brands?
Not the
here?
ABC, mate.
That's
That's
all right.
fine.
Just got some rolling drums down there. I've just got a kick and a snare and a cymbal and a clack stick to make that sound, and I just lay some beats with my feet. Got a vocal harmoniser there, so it sounds like it's at one stage every time I push the button on it, there's 3 people singing, including my voice. Yeah, and just the didge and the drums, and that's basically it.
And you do a lot of travelling, so how's that gear changed? You start with a lot of big stuff, and then you decided, actually, no, you've got to transport this
I've
stuff
been
around.
able to pack it down
Yeah.
where I can get on planes and travel anywhere, and I've sort of, basically break it down to 4 bags that I can carry on the planes. And luckily, Virgin Australia and Qantas have given us musicians a musician's baggage allowance.
The floods are coming fast and thick tonight. Well, you started by travelling around Australia too, and then you found out that you actually enjoyed being over in Western Australia. And you settled over in Perth. So what's the scene like over there?
Really good scene. The beauty of it, when I got over there, the mining boom was on. So there was a lot happening over there, music-wise, corporate-wise, being able to break into that corporate market and make some good money from stuff. So it's dropped off a little bit, but it's still going. And there's a good scene for original music, doing cover stuff, whatever you need to do. There's a lot happening there, and they seem to pay a lot better money than you would over in Melbourne. So that's probably why I've been over
James, James Wilson. Any development of the stage name coming along? Or?
There is. It's a bit boring, James Wilson. It's a bit like John Smith.
It's a bit... I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do?
When I play my
have you stuck
original
with it?
stuff, I go by the name of Samisi, which is Samoan for James.
Right.
Yeah, I've got a Samoan mate of mine called Barry, who who calls me Somisi. So I've just taken that on as my moniker while I perform. But so that's it. Yeah.
So you're enjoying the writing. You obviously you're playing music full time, and obviously there's you can make a living out of playing covers. But you enjoy writing and playing originals.
I do. I don't do it enough. It's just one of those things. I think every musician gets to the stage when they get a bit older. They start going, should I keep following my dream and not making much money or spending money?
Yeah.
Or should I just sort of go over to the dark side a little bit and start making good money by doing the covers? So I try and balance it up as much as I can, but it seems to be...
And there you don't go, James, just telling the whole of Gippsland your financial situation.
Yeah, well, that's right, yes. Anyone need a loan, come and see me. Yeah.
And I was asking you earlier about going to inland Western Australia when you go to the mines, and there's a lot of blokes there who are working big hours and... probably a little bit tired. Are they welcoming when you come to do a gig on a Wednesday night or whatever?
Brett, they're fantastic because you go out there and you just see, 1,000 miners sitting in a wet mess, drinking beers with their high-vis vests on and their boots, and you just think, I'm going to get torn apart in this place.
I can't believe they let kids work out there.
Well, oh yes, miners, nice.
For a team.
I'm waiting for them to react.
Oh, they reacted.
I'll let you finish, sorry.
But it's amazing. You go out there and they welcome you with open arms. They come up, they clap, they come up and chat to you. Yeah. I think it just breaks up their week. They're out. Some of these guys are working 4 weeks away and then come back home for 1 week, and you're out there and you're breaking up their week and giving them something to look forward to for the week. So it's great. It's amazing. You go out there and you think they're going to tear you apart, but they love it. Yeah.
Well, James. No, I was
just saying it's incredible having you in the studio. Have you ever been told you're a doppelganger of somebody?
I have had Sting.
Sting?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Dean Jones, the old
Australian. Oh, go Dean.
And there's another Australian bowler. I can't remember what his name was, but there's a few.
McGrath.
No, not McGrath. Peter Siddle, maybe. No.
It's other spinner. Shane Warne's other spinner. Michael. We'll get the name later.
All very good-looking gentlemen.
Yeah. Anyway, James, you've got some great fans out there, mate. Wayne Cook writes, this guy sounds amazing.
Fantastic.
He sounds amazing.
Thank you, Wayne.
Sue Conduit, James is amazing, love his voice, and a great entertainer.
Sue, thank you.
Any doppelgangers coming in?
No doppelgangers yet, man.
I'm going to work on that.
Obviously did something wrong at the beginning there.
Pushing for doppelgangers. Thanks very much. Hey, James, we're going to let you get back and play your final song. I'll let you introduce it. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Mr. James Wilson.
All right, I need to find this pick that I had. There we go. We're in. Just before I do start playing, I'd just like to thank the guys from Spectrum for having me here tonight. I think it's just an amazing thing that you guys do. Everyone except for Brett does it for free. He's pulled up in his BMW Roadster earlier tonight. But for the rest of the crew who do it for the love of it, thank you very much. And I'm going to do a song for you. I'm going to actually do a cover song now, just to break things up a little bit. We'll see if you guys can work out what it is. Yes, times like these you give and give and give. Yes, times like these you love and love and give. Yes, times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky that has the stars upon tonight. I'm a little divided. You stay on wrong way, leave it all behind. There's times like these you love and never give. Yes, times like these you give and give and give. Yes, times like these you love and love and give. Yes, times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live and give. Yeah, it's times like these you learn to love and give. Yeah, it's times like these you learn to love and give. Yeah, it's times like these, time and time again. Yeah, it's times like these you learn to live and give. Yeah, it's times like these you give and give and give. Yeah, it's times like these you learn to love and give. Yes, times like these, time and time again. Thank you, thank you. Cheers, sir.
Thanks, brother. Hope it was worth the trip. How good is he? How good is he? And where can we source some of your original music too, James? I should have asked you that earlier. Can we get online and find you anywhere? And
Not really.
okay, good.
I'm not very organised. It's JamesWilsonEntertainment.com. Just look it up. There'll be something there.
He's always on there and he's always busy. Have a safe journey back over
Thanks,
to
buddy.
WA. We hope to see you again in the near future.
Thanks for having me.
And before that, Dean Brewerton thinks James Wilson looks like ex-AFL legend Mark Jacko. What do you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah.
5 out of
Jacko,
10.
he's going to the Glengarry pub
We're
in
going to
a few
know
weeks'
there.
time, I think, Adam.
What's that, mate?
He's going to the Glengarry pub in a few weeks' time. I just thought,
Oh, look, just be careful. Oh, I mean,
you had
great
a
food.
You had a feed at the Glengarry
I'm
pub
recovering in
last night.
stages.
Yeah. It was
One's
a big
my fourth
Parmigiano.
stage.
They do two things with the Parmigiano. It's quality and it's quantity as well.
Certainly quantity. Do head down there, though. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's like eating an anvil, isn't it?
It
It's
certainly
fantastic.
is. I
We
tell
had a
you,
great night
you
there.
weigh 5 kilos, certainly just walking out the door.
Now, have we been getting any doppelgangers online?
We've got.
I know we're really pushing for this.
We've got an interesting one coming, actually, Brett. This
right,
one
eh?
is from Bethany Smith. We
know
got,
Bethany,
we got,
yes.
we got that up there.
What have we got?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Now Bethany Smith
Oh,
has
yeah,
got
yeah.
very clever using the gender swap app, and looking a little bit. She thinks like this person.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but
it.
she used face swap, so is that cheating?
Huh?
We do have a prize tonight, don't we, for this?
Yeah,
Yes, you win a copy of Done, Brett Glover's
a
Done.
night at the pub, filling up on the food.
Night at the Glengarry pub, having a party.
Gary Pub. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be a good idea. too.
Great idea, I think.
So no face swapping though. I think that's probably.
I think that's a bit cheat. It'd be
Yeah.
a bit cheats.
There are a
way to get
few
it.
audience members here too, Adam. I think that look a little bit suspect. Might
Well-
look a little bit like someone else.
I think if you could
What's
just
the
kindly
feeling on
stand
that?
up in the middle. Come on.
Hey, come on, man.
Let's do it.
Sorry, give him a round of applause. What was your name again?
Damien.
Damien. Damo.
How's things?
Got my microphone right here, Damo.
Yes. Test.
This is Damo. This was, as you can tell, this was not planned.
No,
Damo's
absolutely.
just gone pale.
Is it Damo or is it Dustin?
Dustin Hoffman? No, what do you usually
actually-
get, Damo?
I get a little bit of Al Pacino every now
Oh,
and
Al
that's it.
Pacino.
Dustin and Al Pacino's love child, maybe.
then. Maybe. Yeah.
Billy Weir.
You really do look like Mel Gibson, though.
He does get a point. Well, the good news is at the minute, Damo, you're
Yes.
winning.
Am I?
Yeah, the bad news, you'll have to take home a copy of Brett Glover's Done.
Fantastic.
Oh,
I'm
well,
happy.
round of applause for Damo.
Brett, come on. You can't do it. Oh, do you realise what he's cast upon you?
And I tell you what, if you're going to send in those doppelgangers, we've got other members of the audience. I'm looking at you, Rod Miller.
There's a few.
We do have a lovely little story for you right now because living out in the country, it comes as no surprise that we have a thriving country music scene. And for many, it's not just a music genre, it's actually a lifestyle. And for one country band, when they were asked if they'd like to get back together to play again, it really was a no-brainer and a chance for them to get reacquainted with some old mates.
Country music fans, listen up. One of Gippsland's favourite bands, the Country Wanderers, were a staple of the local music scene for more than a decade throughout the 80s and 90s, playing at just about every venue and festival around. After a long break, the Country Wanderers recently got back together for a one-off reunion show at the Boolarra Community Hotel. The Live at Spectrum crew joined the fun to see if the magic that made this beloved band special to so many people was still there.
Ronnie can go first.
Ronnie's the oldest. Bill's the oldest. It's all Uncle Bill's fault. He dragged us there. He took us along to the Traralgon Country Music Club. And
As the Country Wanderers, late 1981. And we had John Briggs first, the lead guitar, then Jimmy Jackson. Then Ken came in for a while and he had to leave for a little while. We got a fella called Ray Cross for a little while. Then Ken came back and he was with us right through to the finish. And Graham Grant finished with the band about 1998. And another chap called Bruce Rowbottom, who didn't manage to get here today, he was our lead vocalist and rhythm guitar from then on. And they changed the name of the band from Country Wanderers to the Family Forster Band, and then we changed it to the Ken Forster Band, and that's the way it remained till about 2007, I think, probably about the last gigs we did. The Ken got crook, and the last estate we played at was about 2007. He played for over 20 years at the Estate. A long time.
I can't remember how old I was back then. 40 years ago. It was a few years. I was a few years old, but I did spend a lot of time with Dad in the truck, driving the truck with Dad, listening to Slim Dusty, listening to John Williamson, Slim Whitman tapes, and all that sort of stuff. So that was my country influence from my dad, and that's how it all sort of started. So, but those boys, they've done a great job today. It was just hearing those good old country classics, like none of this new stuff with heavy guitar and heavy drums. It was just really pure and traditional. It was a great afternoon.
Well, I mean, that was the first band I worked with. So, you know, there's a lot of great memories there. I was very young. I was, 14, 15 up, and that was my first experience with anything, singing at the old-time dances in Jumbuck Hall and Traralgon and everything, and I think I did a few festivals as well with those guys, and just different things that they were doing. They would invite me along to sing a couple of songs, and it was a great experience. And for someone that was so young, it was a great opportunity. So I'm really very grateful to them.
Why did we organise it? Well, firstly, I guess it was the Country Wanderers. That was their 40th reunion, which is a Gippsland country music band that started in the early 80s. And Ronnie Armstrong got together with a few of the other guys, and they were looking. We used to have it in the Boolarra Memorial Hall, but we found that the hall was too small for a crowd that size. So the boys at the pub, they built this wonderful stage out the back, and so we prayed for the weather, and the weather was awesome, and the crowd, the people that turned up, was unbelievable. So that's how it all started, Brett. Yeah, just from a little idea.
The fugitive must be a road.
Family Forster Band, yeah, it would have been 2007. That was the time. That was when we finished.
There you go, 25 years.
Yeah, I played with your dad.
Yeah,
Just
the whole
on
time.
25 years.
We don't know that story.
Well, we backed a lot of people. We backed
did a lot
Bruce McMillan, Reg Poole, Owen Blundell, Colleen Honeyman,
Craig Giles.
Craig Giles, yeah. We did 2 CDs with Colleen Honeyman, one with Bruce McMillan. And,
Used to do a lot of festivals.
oh, we did a
lot of backing
hell of a lot of
festivals.
festivals, yeah. Cowar, Stratford,
Numerella.
Snowy River up there, you know, in the high country.
The Girl from Snowy River, yeah.
Where did that come about?
So that came about when I was 15. I did a talent quest at the Snowy River Festival in Orbost. Well, Numerella it was at the time, and it was the very first one. Cash Backman was a judge. I can't remember the other judges because that's what is in my memory, because he ended up taking me on tour with him.
Well, she was known as the Queen of Snowy River, like the Queen of Orbost from East Gippsland. And as you were saying, Brett, the honesty and the loyalty, and she hasn't sang, but all these people still remember her, you know, when she started singing. I think she was 12 or 13 years of age. So they still remember and they're still loyal. It's the same flow-on effect.
Oh, we've always listened to some old recordings and stuff. There's a couple on YouTube that I've gone and shown my friends. They're like, your mum can sing, what? I'm like, yeah, she can.
So she doesn't force you to?
No, she doesn't. No,
We do it of our own accord.
Yeah.
When you grow up,
we'll
it's
just call it grassroots.
it's like you know, when you grow up in New South Wales, you follow the NRL. When you're in Victoria, you follow the AFL. We're probably all dragged up through it, and it's in your blood, you know.
It's raw. It's raw
You know,
and real.
Well, I grew up in the days of the old wind-up gramophones, and I listened to Tex Morton, Buddy Williams, Wilf Carter and the likes of those, the American artists, you know, and I loved them.
I really think, Brett, over 20 years, loyalty is one of the biggest things. The story behind the songs, I mean, they're all about everyday working class people, which I believe I am. Some people might say I don't work for a living, but I do. But I think it's the loyalty in the country music and the honesty.
Trucking with 10 out there at the Boolarra Community Hotel. This audience is nuts tonight. The Paddy Cakes are behind me. They're just getting ready to play right now. In fact, you could probably even hear them tuning up as we're going along. Before we move on, this has been going nuts online with these doppelgangers. They can't get enough of it, can they, Adam?
Well, we've got one. He looks like Jimmy Barnes.
Jimmy
got
Barnes,
that?
really? Have we got Jimmy Barnes?
Good, good.
Oh, yeah. Well, which one? The one on the left or the... That is Jimmy Barnes.
Is that actually Jimmy Barnes?
You can't send in Jimmy Barnes and say he looks like Jimmy Barnes.
I don't think that is Jimmy Barnes.
I think the first one was the doppelganger, right?
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were there any other ones as well?
Yeah, and here's one.
Oh, that's
Brendan,
Brendan, yeah.
Going for Zach Galifianakis.
It's true. We get that all the time. Keep sending in those doppelgangers. We're absolutely enjoying them tonight.
And you can go Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Thanks, Adam. Now, surely at some stage in your life, I know in my life, when you were young, you were thinking of creating a rock band with your mates and just travelling around and living it life foot loose and fancy free. Well, the blokes behind me, they're doing just that right now. And for you to be a part of that tonight, please welcome the Paddy Cakes.
cat in the backseat. And outside, and you don't know my name. I said it's better I found it. 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 It's better I found it.
Oh, thank you. This is our new song. Strange, why would I ever let you go? Have you changed when your head's against the wall? You started doing things you never did before, and I stopped lying when I can't get some. I've been around this insane, you know about me. And if I take you there, I'll never let it go. Only down, down low about me. It's an emotional roller coaster ride, and it's for tonight. I've run away, you will never be there to stay. It's just like those movies, except you're keeping me insane. And if I see a group, we'll stay away. 'Cause I can't help myself, I had you wanna play. Take you there, I'll never let it go. Only down, and me, you know what I mean.
is just up tonight, and it's with thanks to these bands. These guys in particular, heaps of energy tonight. I'd like you to welcome Michael. And I might get Michael to introduce everyone else in the band, if that's all right.
All right, Dalton. Jonah behind the drums and Oakley, lead guitarist.
Michael has drawn the short straw tonight. He's going to be talking on behalf of the band, and Oakley's coming to join in as well, which is fantastic. I'll get you to come in close, fellas. It's a very small camera over there.
Can I just say, Brett?
Yeah, of course
we
you
had
can.
Luke. Well, I just say, Brett. Luke Middleton. The Cakes, loving it, boys.
You guys have got a little bit of a following out there in the real world, haven't you?
I don't know. I hope so.
You know, I always hear about the gigs, especially when you go and play at the Inlet Hotel down in Inverloch. You did one down there at Easter and do a bit of a fundraiser.
Yeah, they're always a big night at Inverloch. Fundraiser for Good Friday.
And how'd you go this year? What kind of a night do we have?
Big one.
Just get a big one.
What happens at a usual Paddy Cakes here? What should I come to expect when I come to your next show there, Oakley?
A big party.
Big
Michael,
party.
sorry.
Big after party. Big party, big after party.
Well, if any pre-show behaviours to go by, what was it? 5 beers per person was drowned before this gig.
Is that
so
under,
I think
under or below average? Was it?
I think we've had a few too many then.
I don't know how you're still standing.
We're trying to say they're having a really great time here tonight. Now, how did you guys all get together?
So we've all been best mates forever, and
except for me, I wasn't.
Nah, we haven't.
Never.
We were always going and watching gigs and stuff like that, and just thought that let's do this and start a band. And so I went and got a bass, Jonah went and got some drums, and the boys had guitars, and we just started jamming.
Was this after school when you'd finished school?
Yeah,
or was
after
this
school. After school.
That's nice. So how did you work out who's going to play which instrument?
Well, I suck the most, so I'm on the. I
We suck the most at.
And, these two already had guitars, and then Jonah just bought drums.
Yeah.
So what's life like being in a band like the Paddy Cakes?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Is it hard work getting together and actually rehearsing? Or?
Yeah. Oh, we get together a fair bit, and it's fun to get together.
It's hard with work, but we make it work.
Yeah, we make it fun.
Yeah.
And guys, about the stage name, did you are you developing that further? Or?
Says the stage names tonight.
Don't you like it?
It's a very unique name.
It's a great.
Did that derive from potato cake?
We named it after the OG Paddy Cake.
Yeah, he's been around forever, and we're always been calling him Paddy Cakes, and we couldn't think of a name. We had a gig coming up, and we couldn't think of a name. We said, why don't we just call it Paddy Cakes?
Yeah.
So.
I reckon most bands come up with a name that way. The pressure of the first gig, we need a name. Oh, we'll call it this, then we'll just change it later on.
But what is that? The Paddy Cakes is a Paddy Cake dance thing, isn't it? Is that one potato? Is that the thing the kids play with?
It's really good.
Paddy Cakes because the drummers old bands.
Yeah, you go like this, right? You put your hands out.
There we go.
You go Paddy Cake. I'll just show you later. It's really,
that was great, man.
That can be part of your whole floor show. Who's writing the songs? Who's writing the? Who's writing the songs in this outfit? How do you get together and write songs?
We all write a bit. Probably Dolch writes the most. He's the king of the castle. So
yeah, king of the castle.
He's staying very quiet at the back. He's on the microphone with his vocals.
He's the genius boy. We all just we all write a bit though, but he's the king of the castle.
Yeah, that's it.
What can we get Dalton to speak to us tonight?
King of the castle, mama.
We'll get him next time, man. We'd love to have you back on the show.
He's driving, that's why.
Where are some of your favourite places to play with the band around Gippsland?
Probably Spirit Bar. We've played there a few times.
Yeah.
It's good. We get free beers.
That's what it's about. The currency.
Yeah. No, we play there. We've played there a few times. We haven't. We played in Inverloch a few times. That's all pretty good as well.
Yeah. Well, the first time I saw you guys play was at the Churchill.
Yeah.
Outdoors on a nice summer's day, and it was absolutely packed. These are all your friends, or are there a few ring-ins as well?
We have to get a few ring-ins. We don't have
many.
Mostly
it's a family reunion. Come out here, man.
We've got no friends.
I feel like you're going to slap me in the back or something. Never mind. Did you get a few messages online for these guys? Surely a lot of love out there for these guys.
Well, I said, the Cakes, they're loving it, boys, and that was from Luke. And but look, the thing is that there was we did a bit of research on Paddy Cakes before you guys came in.
Oh, yeah.
And we found something on YouTube.
Has to be seen to be
which
believed,
needs,
really.
I mean, your sound's raw, but so is this from the looks of it.
Red Raw.
Oh, you and Adam are doppelgangers. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael and Adam.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
Hang on,
that's
that
a raw
doesn't look
sound.
like you, Adam. What can you explain what's going on here, fellas?
Yeah. This is how the band hangs out together.
This is actually really smart promotion.
Hang on a sec, they're those rental bikes, right? I don't want to get on a rental bike after you guys. What are you doing?
Deposit on that. This is
Oh,
actually
none of them!
Six-pack
what's
on his
happening?
back. He's got a six-pack
You
on
think
his
it's
back.
look at this one though. Oh! Jeez, I tell you, they'd be doing some serious injury to the underbag.
Wow, give him a hand.
I just don't, seriously, how do you...
It's quite ballsy to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a hand. But that was actually very smart promotion for the band, because you're actually promoting a single for that, weren't you?
Yeah, well, we were actually recording a single. We were down, that was an Airbnb. So,
right.
Sorry, you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True, yeah,
sorry,
baby,
you're
it's just
watching.
right.
No, it was, we were down for a few nights in Melbourne recording one of our singles, so it was a good
Big
weekend.
weekend.
It was a fun weekend.
Taking full advantage of the rental bikes.
Yeah.
What was the name of that single?
That was
Except
Except
for
for
Always.
Always, yeah. We just released that over just before Christmas last year.
And how are you releasing music these days?
Just
Nakedly.
ourselves. We're just trying ourselves. We're just recording it and
Like I used to record onto a cassette, then ride down in Kilmany to my neighbour's dairy, and then ask if you'd like to listen to it.
Yeah,
while
we're
it's
not
milking
that
the
far
cows.
back. We try, yeah.
What do you do now?
We just try and book in a studio and get some studio time and record. Yeah, we haven't really. Every song we've recorded, we've done with a different producer, so we haven't really, found what locked in what we're doing yet. We're sort of just still sussing it out. So
It's exciting times. These guys are really on the way up. Where can we find you online, Michael?
Everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, Tinder. Facebook, Instagram.
That's all right, he looks like me. Complimentary.
Yeah, and that might be where we can find that particular video as well. Now, these guys are going to be back for a third song very, very shortly. Have you got another message there?
Let's just leave it with this. This says, look at that.
What's that?
Nice work, cakes.
Cakes.
Nice work, cakes. There we go. That was from Billy Scott. You got lots of fans out there, guys.
Lots of fans. These guys are going to be back very, very shortly for their
Bill.
third and final.
Big Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill? A lot of random stuff coming out of those guys tonight. I'm really enjoying it. Can't wait to see what random stuff. They might even get nude for the last song. You don't know what's going to happen. Now, we're going to go to our final story before we move on with the show. At Live at Spectrum, we have a very deep understanding of what kind of an effect live music has on the community and the benefits. For our young people, it can create an open line. Don't go too far, fellas. You've got to play soon. For young people, it can create an open line of communication, which is crucial in allowing us both to educate and to motivate.
During the April school holidays, the Gippsland Country Music Club visited the Licola Wilderness Village to teach ukulele to disadvantaged children who had travelled there from all over Victoria. Headed by Rod and Rhonda Owen, a team of 5 teachers presented ukulele workshops to the children over 5 days. Live at Spectrum went along too to discover more about this event.
A little while ago it was kicked around that we perhaps could bring a music component up to the Lions Village up here at Licola, and we thought, what a brilliant idea. So we thought, how are we going to do it? The easiest instrument is a ukulele. So the club funded a heap of ukuleles, and then we had a benefactor who donated some others. So now we have 18 ukuleles. We came up in January and put on a program teaching them 2 simple songs, and it was such a hit we thought, well, we just can't miss, we've got to do it again. So we spoke to Adam and Rob from here, and here we are back doing it again.
What we do is we help the kids. So these kids are called deserving kids, so kids like bad backgrounds, dads in jail or parents in jail, and we're just here to make their life a little happier, and to make sure they have some enjoyment in life, so it's really nice.
So my friends and I, we started up a Leo's Club, so it's the youth version of the Lions, and we were told about this camp, and all my friends went last month, and they had an absolute amazing time. They were telling me all about it. I was like, you have to let me go. So I went and no one came with me, so I just had to make some friends, but it's all good.
It's not just like a little park, it's a big park with like a lot of places and stuff that you can have a new adventure at and meet new friends and stuff.
The Licola Wilderness Village is really cool, and like I'm having so much fun here, and it's such a beautiful place.
If you can't master the G or the F at the start, doesn't matter.
This is a left-handed ukulele because I'm left-handed, obviously. I used to play right hand, so I normally had to have like that. I always had like a pick and it would attach to my arm. It was quite fun. And this song, for example, it's quite hard for a lot of people, but I've already done it with my friend because she does ukulele as well. And
You come here knowing.
yeah.
You know, they don't think that at the end of a lesson they'll be able to sing a song and play a song, and they can. You know, it's so simple. And just, you know, listening to them and watching them and seeing the joy that music brings to some of them, you know, they've got some pretty tough lives. They're deserving children, you know. They're here for a reason.
It's really nice because sometimes people know how to play it, but if they say, no, I don't want to play and all that, we just go, okay, just, you know, sit, at least clap or do something. But most people have played it before, so it's really good.
I've learnt how, you know, everyone's a little bit different. Like I have a huge different personalities with all the girls. Like one's really dramatic, one's really quiet, and it's learning how to help them with everything and make sure, adapt,
I will play anything. I will even pick up sticks and start to tap it on wood. Make me happy, let's get love you. Don't take my soul.
We learn something different every time because the kids are different every time, but you still take away from it. So it's so very special because you come up here, you see the growth in the kids. They come up the first day, they're really quiet and very withdrawn, and then all of a sudden they're making friends, they're singing in groups, they're playing together, it's amazing. We just, you know, every day we love it. We love it.
I've actually been really surprised because the kids, you can't really see it with the kids. It doesn't really reflect on them about their life. They're all just normal kids with normal lives that, they want to make it better. So it's really nice.
Every time I go home, I like to listen to music. Yeah, that's why I really like music and playing instruments and stuff.
We think that we've brought a week of joy to them, and hopefully they'll know that there is joy in music and, you know, in such a beautiful place like this.
That's a good F there. That's really good. F.
They have a Red Faces arrangement there where they all do their little skits from their different groups. And at the end of it, we always finish it off with the ukulele group. And this time we'll have 18 ukuleles along the front of the stage playing, and everybody who's involved in the whole program behind them singing the two songs. So absolutely brilliant. Last time we did it, we had a lot of carers and volunteers out the front with tears running down their face.
It was awesome.
You're going to perform at the concert?
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Really hard because I am getting the bus back with them, so I'll be spending another 5 hours with them at least, and then it will be good because I'll be able to say proper goodbyes on the bus as they get off each time, which is good.
I've had some of the kids that they were here on the January camp, and they've run up to me and said, "Oh, my dad got me a ukulele."
Yes.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And they come back here and they already knew their chords, and they were so proud, they knew their chords.
Just how much the kids are happy to engage in the activities. They just want to have fun. They want everyone to have fun, even me and my other group leader.
We're sort of teaching them to give back before they get, if you know what I mean. Because most people, it takes them a long time to start giving back. It's human nature. And it's really brought out the best in them. You know, they see it from a different angle to most people. You know, they see the charity side first, and that's just got to be a good thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming back in September, even over my birthday. We're going to have so much fun. Maybe I'll even see the kids that came this time.
People doing some wonderful things out in the community.
Great story, huh?
In the Licola Wilderness Village. If you're out there and want to be involved in that and could help out in any way, I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. That camp runs pretty much all year. It does close down over winter. It gets pretty cold up in Licola over the winter
poor
months.
kids, you know. Yeah.
We've come to the end of our program.
Think it through the winter. Yeah, we're going through our,
They take their tennis racket shoes over a
That's
fantastic
it.
time. Now, you've had a great night here
Oh, mate, I've had a great night. It's great. And, you know, full of energy from you guys. Loving that, eh? And great bands, great music, as always, at Spectrum, live at Spectrum.
And a good job. And Kayla Ottaway, also on tonight on the social media side of things, doing awesome things, right, Kayla?
And she's been providing me all night with cards.
Great messages. In fact, you got one in your hand
I
right
do,
now. What's
like that. Look at that one. Can you see it? That's it. You can't. Oh.
You're very excited about this camera whole thing.
Look at that.
It's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time... Oh, I've got to zoom in there. Can you read it?
Best music show
Sandy
ever.
Clark, best music show ever. We agree. Sandy's been a great supporter of the show. Thanks, Sandy. We're coming to a close of the show. The next show will be next month. We're coming up to... What month are we up to?
I don't know. June. June's next, right?
Month.
June.
Rachel Jameson's coming back on the show. She's been on here previously. She's got a new EP out. She's going to be here to peddle that. So we can't wait to catch up with Rachel next month.
Yeah.
And also another band.
We hope.
We're not sure. Rod Miller's in the audience. We're going to talk to him about that later. For the last time tonight, please thank James Wilson, the Paddy Cakes, Licola Wilderness Village, and the reformation of the Country Wanderers and Trucking with Tim. Till next time, we'll see you in live at Spectrum. Here are the Paddy Cakes. Good night.
Wish we had more time. It's not worth it, the things I do to you. Take your time and we'll roll. I'll make up for all of my mistakes.
Enjoy.